What you don't conquer will conquer you. The connection of greater direction is located on the corner of commitment and consistency. Today, let's talk about being called to conquer, remaining committed and consistent. You know what's up. Turn me up. I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's good people? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What is happening? I hope you are doing well. Well, I want to welcome you to another edition, another episode of In the Mix. I'm your host with the most, yours truly, Dr. Eddie Connor, and it is an honor that you have joined us today. We're going to have a conversation of illumination, but I do need you to hit the thumbs up button on this video. Come on, hit the thumbs up button on this video. Do that. Yeah, that helps a brother out. That helps our channel out. I'm growing your greatness. Help it grow our channel. Hit that thumbs up button on the video. Hit that like button. Share this with somebody. Come on, invite somebody in. Text, tweet, tag. Come on, share it on your timeline. Your timeline could be someone's lifeline. I need you to be a digital disciple. I need you to be an electronic evangelist by doing that today. We're going to have this conversation of illumination. But in order to do that, we got to pay the light bill, family. Drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. You know, come on. I'm getting ready to give you a spark of energy. I'm getting ready to stretch the elasticity of your thinking. The light bulb is getting ready to come on in your mind. Drop those light bulb emojis in the chat. Let's light it up. Let's turn it up. Let's brighten it up. We too lit to quit. Gonna be 100 watts. Yeah, we're gonna keep it 100. Why? Because we are the light of the world. Let's highlight today's topic, which is entitled Called to Conquer. Called to Conquer. Remaining committed and consistent. That's what we want to focus on. Because here's what I understand. That indecision is a decision. And generally what we fail to address will address us. What we fail to remedy will always keep you limping when you've been called to a greater place of leaping. We have to overcome what makes us feel overwhelmed. Right? And being called to conquer underscores this fact that you were created to have dominion. You were created to dominate your space. You were created to dominate patterns. You were created to dominate in your purpose, but you weren't created to dominate people. No. You created to dominate patterns and your purpose, not people. And too many times we are focused on people, but we're not focused on patterns that need addressing. Patterns of stinking thinking that keeps you sulking and sinking. Patterns of the past, patterns of trauma, the things that become so deleterious to your destiny that it makes it so TNT, traumatic, triggering, toxic, versus you getting into a place of truth and transformation. We have to really sit with ourselves sometimes, more often than not, and check in and tap in with ourselves. Where am I at emotionally? Where am I at mentally? Where am I at spiritually? Where am I at relationally? What is going on internally? What are the things that I fail to address that become an abscess? Let me talk to you. Come on. I need you to hear me. What are the things that you failed to address that have now become an abscess in your life? Simply because you won't do the work of what it takes to conquer that now offsets your calling. You're called to conquer. You got to sit with yourself. You have to honor your humanity. You have to tap in with yourself. You have to check in with yourself. You have to make sure that you're creating margin and space in your life so that you can quiet the noise around you so that you can hear the voice within you. Mute the noise around you so that you can hear the voice within you. But you're so distracted all the time. Distracted by social media, distracted by phone calls, distracted by having a text, distracted by doing all of these specific things, distracted by people pulling at you, distracted by the FOMO, the fear of missing out, to where you got to be here, you got to be there, you got to be everywhere. But here's the thing, you're present everywhere else, but you're absent with yourself. You're absent on your calling. You're absent on your commitment. You're absent on your consistency, and you're consistently inconsistent. You're an inconsistently consistent. Yeah. Lacking committed, lacking commitment. You say one thing and you do another. You start one thing today and you say, nah, I'm not going to do it the next day. Woo, it's tight, but it's going to be all right. Family, just type I'm called to conquer. Come on, type that. I am called to conquer. Conquering the bad habits, conquering the low self-esteem, conquering all of those things that are internal and that now seeps into your internal dialogue with yourself. I got to rectify that internal dialogue with myself. You're called to conquer the negative childhood development and reparent yourself. Why? Because if you can't conquer anything that is within, you'll never be able to conquer that which is without. If you can't conquer what's on the inside, you'll never be able to conquer what's on the outside. And so here's what I have to do. I have to move into a greater place of acknowledgement. That's one. Come on, family, type that out. Acknowledgement. And here's the thing. We got to acknowledge the fact that some of you are watching us. You're watching in the mix, but you're not a member of In the Mix. We got to do something about that. Links in the chat, links in the description. Link is going to be in the chat. The link is going to be in the description of this video for you to become a member of In the Mix. So I want you to go ahead. I want you to do that. Become a member of In the Mix. Tap that link. You'll see 3 options pop up: VIP, Royalty, OQP. Choose one of those options. And now you'll be able to unlock our membership area. You can see it on our homepage that there's a membership area that is locked until you become a member. You want to unlock that because I got greater inspiration, information, and revelation for you for your application. It's not going to be available here. It's only going to be available in our members only area because membership has its privileges. Hit the thumbs up button on this video, family. Hit the like button. We're having a conversation, a courageous conversation, rather, if I do say so myself. Having a courageous conversation, super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. Yeah, I know that I'm talking to some givers right now. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. Super conversation to this, helping our channel grow and glow. Acknowledgement is needed, is necessary, is important. If I'm going to be called to conquer, I have to acknowledge. Acknowledgement is this: I'm accepting the truth about myself. I'm accepting the truth about someone. I'm accepting the truth about something in particular. So what do I have to do? I have to analyze, I have to prioritize and ask myself, what is the something? Who is the someone? Am I the someone? What is it now that needs to be changed? What is it now that needs to be rectified? Call to conquer is about you making a choice. You can't remain committed and consistent if you first don't make the choice to say, listen, I'm going to remain committed and consistent regardless of what's going on in my life. I'm going to show up each and every single day and I'm going to do X, Y, Z. That's why I do what I do. Right? Had my foot bandaged up just last week. But guess what? I still do what I do to make it do what it do. I still show up. Whether it's for Bible study, I still show up, whether it's for Sunday service. I still show up, whether it's on this podcast each and every single day. Here's the thing. Y'all see me more Then my own church family sees me. I see them on Tuesday and Sunday. Y'all see me every day. Yeah, every day. Okay, I know. Monday through Friday. All right? Do you think there's been times where I say, let me take it down to 4 days or 3 days or 2 days or 1 day or no days at all? Absolutely. I'm human, just like you. I got a whole lot going on. A lot of demands. A lot of things on my plate. Plates. Make that plural. But here's the thing. I made a declaration to myself, if I'm not mistaken, December 30th of last year, when we first started the In the Mix. We started off with 1 day. Then I believe it went to 3 days. And then we went to 5 days, which we've been committed and consistent on each and every weekday of the week. Commitment, consistency, making the provisions, challenging myself to say, hey, I got to come up with a creative word each and every single day. Stretching the elasticity of my thinking. What are you going to challenge yourself to do that makes it uncomfortable? But you got to be comfortable being uncomfortable. You got to be uncomfortable with being comfortable. What are you going to challenge yourself to do even when it doesn't feel good? Even when it feels as if it impedes the whole level of what it is that you want to do. When you want to hang out, but you know you need to tap in. What do I need to change? I got to be committed to that change. Oftentimes, it's you closing a particular chapter of your past to open up a new chapter. It is what I talked about just the day prior, just yesterday, writing a new chapter for your future. Here's what you got to do. You got to trust the next chapter of your life. When you know that God is the author and the finisher of your faith, you got to trust the next chapter. Got to understand this, that you are chosen for the next chapter. Come on, family, just type I'm chosen. I'm chosen. That speaks to the whole aspect of what you're called to do. You are called to conquer. But being chosen isn't just enough. Many of us were chosen, but we're frozen. What do I mean by that? Stuck in isolation, stuck in a place of being stagnant, stuck in a place of being stifled, stuck and stymied by stinking thinking that keeps us sulking and sinking. Talking about what you're going to do, but never making any moves towards it. Chosen, but frozen. It's time to unthaw yourself. It's time to defrost yourself from that depression. That depression's got you frozen. That suicidal ideation has got you frozen. The thoughts of wanting to unalive and give up has got you frozen. Overcome it. Overcome it. Last chapter of your life may have been filled with heartbreak, may have been filled with pain and confusion, sadness. However, this is what you got to say. Listen, thank you next. Tell the past or an ex, thank you next. I'm moving on to be bigger, better, brighter, and bolder. And for me to move into a place of bolder, I have to embolden myself and say I'm called to conquer. And since I'm called to conquer, I'm not going to think this way. Since I'm called to conquer, I'm not going to live this way. Since I'm called to conquer, I'm going to move to a greater level in my life. Since I'm called to conquer, I'm going to get in a specific space and place around individuals who are soaring into greater success and purpose. I'm going to take that flight of faith into my future. And you can do that right now. I want you to just make sure that you go with us. Come on, family. Just type soar. I want you to soar with us into greater success and purpose by becoming a member of my Eagles community. You know you got a calling to conquer. Soar into greater success and purpose by becoming a member of my Eagles community. It's where I coach, it's where I teach, it's where I train, it's where I mentor. It's where you get access to all of our live sessions, where you're able to be a part of our live teaching, training sessions of what it is that I do. You're able to get access to all of our past sessions. You're in our private Facebook group where it's nothing but inspiration, determination, 24/7, 365. 366 on a leap year. Going to cause you to leap every year. Yeah. To where, here it is, you're able to shift from where it is that you are to where you can be around accountability partners, leaders, trendsetters, and trailblazers who are moving to a greater level in their life. You owe it to you to be a part of it. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Links in the chat, links in the description of this video. Theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button. Fill out the form, and I guarantee you will be transformed. We're going to transform your mind even the more because you're called to conquer. Furthermore, I'm committed and consistent to your growth. I'm consistent and committed to your growth. I want you to make sure that you stick and stay. We got more coming your way. Just going to take a quick break. Got a special message in the midst of this special message. Stick and stay. More is on the way. After these messages, I'll be right back. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content and all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. Is such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays we have TNT Tuesdays. Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in place at the Remnant Worshipers Church. Yes, y'all, and we don't stop. Come on, family. I need you to heed to these resources that you've heard. Tap in, tap in. Yeah, let's get back to the word. We're talking about being called to conquer. And in order to do that, you got to be committed and consistent. Remaining committed and consistent. I told you first and foremost, if you're going to remain committed and consistent, you got to move into a place of acknowledgement. Remaining committed and consistent means you got to step into a place of acknowledgement. What is going right? What is going wrong? What do I need to change? What do I need to shift? Who do I need to shift? That's the acknowledgement. Acknowledgement moves me into a greater place now of assessment. This is what's going on. An assessment says I'm evaluating, I'm gauging, I'm appraising my behavior, I'm appraising my patterns, the people that are in my life. I need you to hear me. You can never behave beyond what you believe. Let me say that again. You can never behave beyond what you believe. If you see yourself as a failure, you're never going to put in the work to see yourself into a greater place of success. If I see myself as a failure, I will never put in the work to be a success. And if I do, then I will always put a cap on my capability and a glass ceiling on my success, rather than break through to get to the next level. I will never behave to a level that I do not believe. If I see myself less than the best, I can never be more than a conqueror. If I think little of myself, I'm going to do little for myself. And I'm going to do little for other people. But if I think much of myself, I'm going to do much for myself. And then I'm going to seek to do much for other people as a result. I can never behave beyond the level of what I believe. Come on. You'll never conquer if you see yourself less than a conqueror. I need to speak to somebody else. I need to speak to somebody today. Come on, family. Just type more than conqueror. More than a conqueror. You are more than a conqueror. That's why you're called to conquer. Come on. Conquer the bad habit. Conquer people's opinions that become your prison. Conquer all the reasons why it won't work. Conquer the lackadaisical and the lazy, lethargic disposition and do something with it. Conquer it. I was reading something on social media the other day, and somebody had a post and they said, you know what? This generation of people now has stopped producing to the degree of where they possibly can produce, simply because we become so distracted by what is going on social media. We've become so distracted by trying to get a fix of likes and individuals who do this and do that and say this and say that, but actually never go out and achieve it. We really focus so much on the whole aspect of what everybody else is doing, but not what it is that you've been called to do. Not what it is that you've been called to conquer. To go beyond where it is that you are, to see yourself into a greater place of the power of who it is that you are. We become so accustomed to just getting a dopamine hit that will produce memes, but we won't produce books. We'll produce short form content. We'll get on live on social media, but we won't actually create our own podcast. Come on, this ain't about dopamine hits now. This is about walking in the power of your destiny. Being called to conquer, remaining committed and consistent to what it is that you say. I'm going to do this, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to show up for here, I said, so I'm going to show up. I'm making it plain. I'm making it happen. I moved into a place of acknowledgement. I moved into a place of assessment. What is working? What is not working? What are the things that I need to change in order for me now to move into a greater place of achievement? Come on, write that down, family. Acknowledgement, assessment, achievement. Time for me to get straight A's on my calling. As I mentioned on last week, many of us are allergic to average. If you haven't seen that, go back and watch it. Being allergic to average. Go back and check that out. Go back and check out all of our past episodes. Binge watch it. Better than Netflix. Pushing you into your next and your now. When I was talking about allergies, doctors said that there are no cures for allergies at all. They don't cure it, they only treat it. And to a certain degree, we can even argue the fact that the money is not in the cure, the money's in the treatment. Come on. If I cure you, only see you one time, you only pay me one time. If I treat you, there we go. It's an ongoing level of you paying me. So they specialize in treatments, not cures. An allergy often comes and it originates due to a level of hypersensitivity. What do I mean by that? It's an exaggerated response from the body's immune system dealing with substances that are present in the environment in order to move you out of a place of achievement. Here's what it is. Could it possibly be that your environment is making you sick? Could it possibly be that you're hypersensitive to the environment of the people, of the patterns that you surround yourself with, that now it offsets your purpose? You got to change your environment. Why? Because could it possibly be that your environment is making you sick? And is making you sick so much to where you don't even realize it. You're hypersensitive, but you're not sensitive. Your body is reacting, but your mind is in a place that is stuck and stymied, and you're not sensitive to it. It's stunning your progress. It's stunning your progress and your thought process. Because you're just cool with just being busy but never making any moves. You're cool. You're confident in the whole aspect. Yeah, I'm busy, but you're not productive. Let me talk to you. It's tight, but it's gonna be all right. Straight truth, no chaser. If you expect provision, then you have to surround yourself with people who are pro your vision. Is your environment making you sick? Is your environment making you lackadaisical and lethargic? Are you surrounding yourself with people who actually keep it real with you, who tell you the truth? Or they just want to coax you? They just want to tell you what they want you to hear. They just want to tell you what you want to hear simply because they want to siphon something from you. They want to leech off of you. And the more they know, the more that you hear the sweet somethings from them, which are really bitter nothings, the more you're going to do for them. Are you going to be courageous enough to remove yourself with people who you know are disruptive to your environment? And not just people, the patterns of doubt, the patterns of drama, the patterns of the things that are killing your dreams, the patterns of what is eating you up internally that causes your thoughts to prey on you. But you don't have people in your life who pray for you. Just because someone is in your circle does not mean that they're in your corner. Just because somebody is around you does not mean that they are for you. You have to recognize the signs. So that, here it is, you don't just treat the allergy, but you cure the allergy. Why? Because curing the allergy gives you clarity. I cure the allergy by removing myself from the wrong environment through acknowledgement, through assessment, and then now I can ultimately move into a place of achievement. And the achievement is me understanding, yes, that I've been called to conquer, but now I'm remaining committed and consistent. That's what's going to bring about the achievement. Called to conquer is the awareness. Committed and consistent is the achievement as a result of being aware of what it is that I need to do. I need to know that I need to understand that I got to be aware that I'm rare. I'm aware that I'm rare. Now I'm moving to a place of greater achievement. I'm called to do it. You're anointed to do it. But what's in between the calling and the commitment? You're called to it if you remain committed. you will eventually conquer. Come on, family, just type go for it. Come on, type go for it. No dream is unreachable. No vision is unachievable. No goal is unattainable. You're called to conquer it. Now go for it. Come on, go for it. Make it happen. Think bigger than your bank account. Think bigger than your budget. Breakthrough was trying to break you. Why? Because you've been anointed to do it for such a time as this. Conquer, warrior. Conquer, champion. Conquer, achiever. Conquer, go-getter. Conquer, trendsetter. Conquer, trailblazer. Conquer, mover. Conquer, shaker. Conquer, history maker. Conquer, 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 conquer. Go out and make it happen. It's on you now to go out and do it. Family, this is a great place to sow. Come on, you've heard a word that encourages you to conquer. I would that you would sow into it. Your seed helps to take us to communities and cities, neighborhoods and nations by spreading this word. But we got to have the type of software. We have to have the type of equipment to go about and do it. A lot of things that we have to do behind the scenes that you don't even see us do to operate, to make sure that this stream comes to you consistently, because I'm committed to do it. I'm committed to recognize the calling on you to empower you to conquer. I would that you would help us. I would that you would help us to grow. And you can do that by tapping into sow. Sow where you soar. This is where you soar. Sow. This is where you grow. Sow. Links in the chat, links in the description of this video for how and where to give. We've been having a super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. You can also give via Cash App, $Access Identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at gmail.com as well. Yes. Cash App, $Access Identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at gmail. I want to thank you for your gifts, for your sowing. And I want to join my faith with yours as you are sowing. That God does exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. Yeah, I believe that is going to happen for you. I know it's going to happen for you. And so as you're sowing your seed, I want you to name your seed. Maybe you're naming it called. Maybe you're naming it conquer. Maybe you're naming it committed. Maybe you're naming it consistent. Maybe you're naming it greater. Maybe you're naming it favor. I know God's going to do it for you. Thank you for your seed. Thank you for sowing into this word that you've heard today. Family, In the Mix is out of time, but y'all know I'm not out of truth. But before that, I got to ask you, come on. Why are you not a member of In the Mix yet? Come on, become a member of In the Mix simply by tapping the link in the description, link in the video, link in the chat, link is in the description of this video. Become a member of In the Mix. Tap that link. When you get there, you're going to see 3 options: VIP, Royalty, OQP. Choose one of those options. And of course, I'm going to give you my gift to you is give you access to our members only area. Soar with us, family. EaglesAcademy.com. The EaglesAcademy.com. Got an amazing session coming up this week. It's going to be an amazing session. I want you to make sure that you are a part of it come tomorrow. It's going all the way up. TheEaglesAcademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed, and you'll be a part of our mentorship, our live sessions, teaching, coaching, training. It's amazing. In the Mix is out of time, family, but y'all know I'm not out of truth, and so I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I really do want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we roll together each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday, for In the Mix. And we mix it up right here on the YouTube side. Hit that thumbs up button, family. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that like button, please. Share this, share this, share this, share this. Share this with somebody. Your timeline could be someone's lifeline. Empower somebody. So I appreciate you watching on the YouTube side, but also sincere salute and shout out to all of you who are watching us on our sister satellite stations on social media. Gotta ask you, are you my friend? Are we locked in? step this way. Which way? By friending me, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop at EddieConnorJr. EddieConnorJr. Y'all keep showing love. I'm going to keep showing up. And I want you to show up. Yeah. Appreciate you showing up today, but I also want you to show up by coming to the church where I pastor, which is the Remnant Worshipers Church in the city of Detroit. We have a service this coming Sunday, 10 o'clock a.m., every Sunday at 10 a.m. I'd love to see your face in the place. It's nothing but empowering word and worship, prayer, praise, and a powerful preached word that God has ordained for such a time as this. Join us this coming Sunday, 10 o'clock a.m. And I got a word in store for you. You say, well, I'd love to be there. Where do I come? Say less. 20470 Hubble Street. I'm saving you a seat. 20470 Hubble Street in the city of Detroit. I'm saving you a seat. A church alive is worth the flight and the drive. We're doing the work inside of our building, but even more so outside of the four walls. Check us out, trwchurch.org. Get some church merch as well, trwchurch.org also. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, don't hesitate. Please reach out to me. Get any of my books. I got 18 of them out there on Amazon, as well as you can get signed copies at theeaglesacademy.com/books. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, now why would you look any further? You know I'm the man for the job, so invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your graduation, your session. Let's make some progression. All you got to do is email me to invite me, info@eddieconnor.com. And it would be an honor for me to empower you. Sure, truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand. Yo, brother. And I mean that from another mother. Family has been fun, but you know, brother, got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy. Yes, it has been beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you, I'm talking to you now, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content and all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. It's such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays we have TNT Tuesdays. Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face and place at the Remnant Worshipers Church.